Now, what do we have here? Remember Skull and Bones, John Kerry, and Skull and Bones, George Bush, Pot Little Jr. or whatever. And I'm telling everybody all these years, guys, there's like George Carlin. I love his quotes. It's a big effing club, and you ain't in it. It is a big effing club, and you're right. And he was right. You ain't in it. What are the chances that John Kerry, Skull and Bones, George Bush, right, high levels of government? Now we've got something interesting. We're not joking, says teaparty.org. John Kerry's school lacrosse captain was Robert Mueller. Almost reminds you of Ferris Bueller. Ferris Bueller, that's the little dorky friend. Cameron, remember him? That's him back there. That's Cameron, and there's old Ferris Bueller. Or Ferris Mueller, if you will. Anyways, if you ever wanted to know what the phrase drain the swamp really means, here you go. Robert Mueller was apparently John Kerry's lacrosse captain in high school. They probably went to the same private school by chance. That's all. They both didn't decide we're going to get in high levels of government together and accidentally get picked together and get appointed by random Congress members and senators who might also be not exactly randomly picked, who might be part of the same club, who pick other club members. Speaking of draining the swamp, that's exactly what this is, like they just said here. He was also the captain of the lacrosse team, as demonstrated in a photo that could practically be on the cover of a liberal textbook on white privilege, where Kerry and Mueller not liberal heroes. There's the charmy former Secretary of State and presidential candidate in the upper left, so that was Kerry, while the former FBI director and current special counsel is in the lower center. It probably wouldn't surprise you that the two played hockey together as well. Quote, I spent all my waking hours shooting pucks into the fireplaces in my dorm. Your dorm had multiple fireplaces you were shooting into? Must have been a snazzy school. That's right, it was. And you ain't in it, Mueller said during a 2004 visit to his high school alma mater. The joys of being young, shooting pucks into the fireplace at the dorm of your incredibly expensive boarding school in New England. I think all of us have experienced that, right? Quote, the contrast with Trump's childhood is stark, although it is the difference not between wealth and poverty, but between the son of a scrappy, self-made man from Queens. Hey, us New Yorkers, we gotta stick together, right? That's Trump. And the son of an establishment insider. So Trump comes from a self-made man from Queens, and the other guy, son of an establishment insider, the Daily Mail has pointed out. The Episcopal boarding school has been described by Vanity Fair as the Eton of America's upper crust for the conservative old WASP families of New York, Boston, and Philadelphia, the plutocracy that has been running the country for generations. The list of St. Paul's alumni is long enough to have its own Wikipedia page. On it, take a wild guess, are numerous former members of Congress, including, of course, Kerry, newspaper publisher William Randolph Hearst. He didn't graduate, though. Doonesbury, cartoonist Gary Trudeau, Watergate prosecutor Archibald Cox, former New York City Mayor John Lindsay, and hires Cornelius Vanderbilt III and Jean Jacob Astor IV. This is practically Evergladian example of the swamp, even if it may freeze over in the winter months. And it birthed both Kerry and Mueller, who were sports teammates, of course, at the same school there. This isn't much of a surprise. The only surprise comes when you look at how Democrats are all surprised when Republicans complain about the swamp. One photo says so much about the swamp that words cannot. What's that old saying about a picture can speak 1,000 words? You got that right. From John Kerry, Skull and Bones, to now John Kerry, in Mueller. Unbelievable. The photo may represent just a small part of the constellation of interconnected bureaucrats which has run Washington since time immemorial. But Kerry and Mueller both wield an unbelievable amount of power. And now one of them is trying to stop President Trump's ditching of the Iran deal, which, by the way, got another video to do about that next. You're going to love it. I'm telling you, this stuff is just unfolding at an epic pace, and it is of epic proportion. Why do they want that FBI insider? Why are we redacting that? Why can't we know who that guy's name is? Because they're saying he was inside the Trump campaign. They had an effing mole put in there, paid for, informant. You're going to go on the opposition presidential candidate's team. That's what their rumors are right now. It ain't no rumor, because everything that was a rumor becomes fact a short while later we've now seen. Especially when it deals with Trump. That's another video next. One photo says so much about the swamp that words cannot. The photo may represent just a small part of the constellation of interconnected bureaucrats. Again, now one of them is trying to stop President Trump's ditching of the Iran deal, while the other is leading an investigation into unproven allegations that Trump colluded with Russia. How can individuals with these kinds of lifelong relationships be impartial? They're not. They're on the same effing team. The team club. It's a big effing club, and you ain't in it. It's true. This isn't conspiracy. People used to think it was. Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist, Joe. No. There's no way these people went to the same schools and the same pictures and the same secret clubs, and they just happen to get to be the president. He just happens to be the freaking, Secretary of State or whatever. Oh, come on. Okay, how about now? Why not me? Why not me? Why can't I be up there? Why can't I have those positions? Why not me on a rainy day? Why not me? Why not me? Bam! You were not expecting country, now were you? Nailed it. Not really. Anyways, how can these individuals, the individuals with these kind of lifelong relationships be impartial? They can't. They're not. They're not even trying to. We're in the club, and our club is being ripped apart. It's being exposed. Secret societies, secret friends, lifelong family, rich people from way back. Presidents are not elected. They are selected. Until a funny thing happened in last November, 2 Novembers ago now, elections. An outsider known as Donald Trump got in. Again, what's the difference? He's from a self-made man, whereas these people come from lines of wealth that go way back and have been in upper echelon of politics and society since as far back as history freaking goes. And they just so happen to get the highest positions in our government. Just a coincidence. Nothing more, nothing less. That's why America voted to drain the swamp in 2016. The swamp, alas, is a living, breathing thing. And it's fighting back in a major way. What do you think? And they put a little link down to westernjournal.com. We're not joking. Yeah, it's the same thing. Whatever. So yeah, that's again from teaparty.org. It's got the picture. I mean, here's a different size of it. There it is. Look who it is. Ferris Bueller and his buddy Cameron. Except they ain't stealing the keys of the car to drive the car. They're stealing the keys to your country, enriching themselves, enriching them friends. Made deals with, nations that now are being reneged on, and they're panicking. And again, my next video is going to tell you why they're panicking. And it goes like this. I'll give you the title basically. The Democrats were paid off. Some of them were paid off by some people in Iran, high-level government in Iran, and they are now saying in Iran, we're going to tell the world who we had to pay off to make that deal get done, since you're now reneging on it. Why do you think they are in a panic? You think Hillary Clinton's just running around? I'm going on a little book tour, and I'm going to go see the countryside with her effing back brace. Have you seen the new photos of her back brace sticking out of her back like inches and inches? wearing a back brace. She's outside. It's hot as hell outside. She's got the giant winter, full coat on with this back brace poking out of her back. Still can see it. You think she's out just doing a little vacay? No. She's out reassuring. Just relax. I know we made the deal. I know you had to pay us. I know you paid my friends. Just relax. We're going to fix it. It'll be okay. That's what's happening, in my opinion, with her. But if you look at John Kerry, on the other hand, he's in panic mode. He's over in Iraq or Iran, going to meet the embassy guy over in France also. Meet him over there, the Iranian. Oh. So let's get on that video next. I think some interesting things are coming. Not that some interesting things haven't already happened this year. Boys, things starting to speed up a little bit, get a little bit more interesting. Take care.